Water for People was originally conceived by the U.S. water and wastewater industry in the early 1990s. The leaders of the American Water Works Association realized that the United States had an effective system to provide water and sanitation services to everyone, but that people in developing countries were suffering from a lack of access to an effective system. This was greatly hindering development and having disastrous health effects. Water for People was created from the shared vision of wanting all people to have access to safe water, adequate sanitation, and basic hygiene education. Today, Water for People continues our mission of creating a world where all people have access to safe drinking water and sanitation services. Our main objective is to end water poverty, to bring safe water and adequate sanitation to everyone in the districts and municipalities where we work. Everyone deserves to have this basic need met, whether they're rich or poor, easy or hard to reach, or politically connected or isolated. But providing these services to everyone isn't enough for us. We also work to ensure that these communities have water and sanitation options that last forever. This means systems and processes are put into place so that water and sanitation services can be extended and also sustained without needing us or any other outside help in the future. Even when faced with unforeseen future challenges, like natural disasters, population growth, and political upheaval, the services will still be available. Yes, we're really trying to work ourselves out of a job. To achieve this, we believe wholeheartedly in the need to monitor our results for at least 10 years, so we're able to make sure that the systems and services we help put into place last. We hold ourselves accountable for making smart investments fueled by data-driven decisions so that we can make a long-lasting impact. And we look to the local governments and communities themselves to invest in the work because we believe local ownership is essential to sustainability. Water for People is able to make a difference in the water and sanitation development sectors by staying flexible, which allows us to take risks and constantly innovate so that we come up with solutions that actually work. We're committed to testing new approaches to old problems, and before undertaking any new challenge, we always step back and ask ourselves, what's the best way to bring safe water to the people who don't have access to it right now? At the local level, we ensure all of the appropriate technologies are in place for developing robust water systems and services, plus viable sanitation options. But we also work to make sure that all of the social systems are in place so that the solutions can last over time. This helps to build a network of support between government agencies and the community, along with private and public enterprise, to guarantee that systems are maintained and extended, regulated, and financed. This way, systems have a better chance of not falling into disrepair as soon as they are constructed or rehabilitated. This requires extensive partnership development, capacity building, and training, all areas in which our country staff have considerable expertise. Water for People is effective because we are able to take our vision of full coverage for everyone and forever to some scale in the countries we are working in. We now have a number of districts approaching full coverage, and neighboring districts are asking for similar programming, with a few even suggesting that they will pay for all the hardware costs associated with water and sanitation. Our program thus has momentum locally. Judge us on our outcomes, and our outcomes are very simple. In the districts and municipalities we work in, does everyone have access to water? Does everyone have a toilet? And does everyone wash their hands? If that happens, then we've been successful. If it doesn't happen, then we have failed. Water for People does not operate like a conventional charity. We require the local government and the communities we help to contribute funds towards the work we jointly undertake. We believe that having a monetary investment in providing water and sanitation options to their own communities ensures that there is local ownership. When countries take possession of this process, it encourages long-term maintenance of their own systems, and that eliminates their need for continued assistance from us or any other outside organization in the future. In 2011, we helped to facilitate access to safe water for everyone in the municipality of Chinda, Honduras. This was a very important milestone in Water for People's history, and it was the first time we've reached this goal. We're also close to achieving full coverage in several other parts of the world where we work. But perhaps our greatest achievement is that we're empowering communities and municipalities to address their own local needs and actively work to solve their local water crisis. The biggest challenge was making sure we all had the courage to pursue an ambitious program like Everyone Forever, something the water sector has never tried before. Most organizations do a few projects, or even lots of projects, but none have tried to actually eliminate water poverty in entire districts. And none have really put their reputations on the line by saying that we succeed only if these districts never need us or any other international water NGO ever again. That is the point of all philanthropy, to end the need for future philanthropy. It has been too easy for water and sanitation agencies worldwide to not have the ambition of sustainable full coverage, so we are bucking the system a bit here. With additional resources, Water for People would scale up Everyone Forever. We want to build on the momentum of success within the countries where we work and go beyond the areas where we currently focus our efforts. In short, we wish to extend Everyone Forever, working with partners to implement our program in bigger regions and eventually reaching entire nations. We want it to be a movement that communities and governments, civil societies, public and private enterprises, and yes, everyone, works together to make happen. A lot of the time, water issues remain at the forefront when it comes to solving the global water crisis. But we cannot forget the 2.6 billion people who don't have access to adequate sanitation. This is a huge global gap, and for too long we've encountered numerous ineffective and under-maintained sanitation development programs, including some of our own. To address this gap, we developed the Sanitation as a Business vision so that we can implement a sustainable process whereby the sanitation value chain is supported. This means that all participants have an incentive to provide a variety of affordable sanitation products and services, and that everyone in the communities where we work has sanitation options that they can maintain independently from our continued assistance.